Oh my god, there's so many new animes coming out. It must be Wabbit season. Yeah. Hi, welcome to FunUntitled, where we solve every podcast with an FU. I'm Annie.
Why did you want to start?
I was going to say dun 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 dun, but I realized we already had the dun 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 episode.
I'm Minty.
And this is the first time we're going to do Anime Weekly Roundup. I'm Elma Fudge.
Shut up.
So, here's the thing. A lot of new animes coming out this season. We're not doing an episode on every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, but a lot of them are dubs. So, we can do a little, weekly roundup of the animes we saw, because you like our opinions.
Plus, we couldn't talk that long about Bleach.
We can't. It was torture last time.
But we are going to go alphabetically and start with Bleach.
Damn my life. Alright, so after the longest recap of my entire life, just saying all the things that happened last season, what is this? One Piece?
This is just the last episode.
Last episode, whatever. The king of all Quincy's. We call him Yahweh?
That's what I call him, but it's a little insensitive to call him
Okay,
Yahweh.
so King Yaoi, he was labeled as a black ant, and Bleach has this giant problem of doing fake out defeats to the point where everything feels meaningless unless that song with the cool jazz starts playing. Oh,
the opening.
So he just comes and fuck you, Buddha. And guess what? I gave my blood to that boy over there. Now he has a power up too. And Ui's like, I guess I got a power up. It's weird how I'm gonna kill this woman now, but
It is weird that Uru is the only one. So you think about it, Ichigo should be able to do this too.
But he actually drank the blood of the dude in that very uncomfortable scene.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable, so I remember.
Oh.
And then Uru defeats woman because sexism. Black Ant defeats Buddha Man because I don't know who gives a shit. But Buddha Man was like, let me sing this song, the song of my people.
That was a pretty cool scene though.
That was a nice scene, yeah. But then I forgot to mention Buddha did domain expansion and did Sukuna's Shrine.
Oh.
He 120% did. Bleach made this man sing a song and talk for 1,000 years for the equivalency of getting murked in one shot.
Annie keeps talking about this like they're new to the series. Bleach does this all the time. And I feel like that's part of the problem with Bleach, and they don't know how to finish the fight because he's always gonna think of something quote-unquote cooler, but it's kind of like, oh, it's not cool enough to continue the fight.
Well, go men aside, Mr. President. I don't remember much from Bleach. Here's something I also hate. That Mr. Yaoi has the power to see the future, I guess? That's his ability, to see everything that's gonna happen. And I'm like, how does that relate to Quincy's, my man? You're not even trying. Anyone could have this power. At this point, Chad could have the power to see the future. And I said, well, of course. He got that hollow blood in him. His mom was attacked by a hollow. Of course he has that ability.
But to be fair, they kind of gotten rid of the bow and arrow motif real quick here.
Quincy's whole thing is that they ruined the cycle of how Reshi is distributed and yada yada. If you told me Quincy's, when they completely eradicate hollows, they also have the power to completely eradicate Reapers. If you told me that, I would have believed it. I would have went on my back and said, oh, you're so good, Taikubo. But that's not what happened, and it pisses me off.
Why would that make more sense?
It relates to something they said to the Quincy's of what their powers are. Because the Quincy's, why would they eradicate it? It's because they ruined the cycle of life because they completely kill hollows. So that's why it makes sense if they can completely just eradicate Reapers and shit.
Well, that's what my Yuri's for.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, it's stupid. I hate Bleach. But then we go on the cliffhanger where Mr. Yaoi meets the Soul King, and that's either his daddy or his daddy.
Stop.
I don't know which one. I don't know.
You kept saying stuff, and I thought once you found out that he was his father, you'd stop. But apparently, there's no force strong enough to stop you from making those kind of jokes.
I'm just saying, if Mr. Yaoi was this strong, how did Yamato defeat him 1,000 years ago?
I don't know.
With old man Yaoi.
He's very attractive to men who can't beat him.
Alright, well.
Oh, I made it weird.
Well, then Ichigo, okay, then you get to the credits, which is the laziest credits. At the end, I'll make you rank the openings of which was the best, who was, whatever.
I don't remember the opening.
You remember the Bleach opening, though? The black and white and the color splash?
I remember the black and white one, because that's my favorite scene of all the captains in the fields of flowers.
Okay.
And the second one was like them in modern time.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the opening of this season. So the Dandadan opening,
oh,
the Bleach.
okay, those four. I was like, all the Bleach ones.
No,
I can't do that. I know you probably could.
Yeah, well. I make you do every one, even from the first anime iteration. If that anime opening with the girls dancing isn't your number one, I riot.
No, it's always gonna be Asterisk.
Well, that's Bleach. Okay, not much to say.
I mean,
but it's stupid. Boring ass ending. I was gonna say that. And then the after credit scene, we couldn't even simmer in this guy's death. Soon Ichigo and his friends, they find the head, or Hime's like, I'll fix him. And he's like, hey, girl, put me between your boobs.
Wait, is that a reference?
No, don't worry. And then Ichigo, like, thank God he memorized his name, because if I met a guy for one day, I would not know his name. And he revives the motherfucker. And he's like, ah. And she's like, I did it, Ichigo. Now I have to be.
Could you imagine if she did think that?
I mean, Taikubo did say in this season he's gonna add more Ichigo Rukia. No, I'm sorry. That's what I wanted. Ichigo Orihime scenes and Rukia and Renji scenes.
How's that possible? Orihime's nowhere.
So if Orihime actually fixed it, I'm like, this is it.
There's a Rukia Renji scene I really like later. It's not romantic, it's just funny.
We'll cross that when we get there. That was a Bleach. Now we move on to what I wanted to say in the beginning, but stopped myself. Dandadan Ranma.
Dandadan, Netflix.
The English version, where the male is voiced by Takemichi in Tokyo Revenger, and the female is voiced by Nezuko from Demon Slayers.
And Tokiyuki from Elusive Samurai, which I hear very clearly. So it's very weird.
That's so weird, because one is a 9-year-old boy, the other is a Garu girl.
15-year-old girl. They're all underage.
Great, love it. So, if you want a full extent of Dandadan, watch out the Dandadan episode.
The movie one.
The movie one.
Which was like, I don't know, a month ago.
But for episode 1 today, it's good. I do like the Japanese sub better than the English dub, but I also like not reading subtitles.
You know, honestly, there is something about English though that's easier to get tone across.
Yes.
Like, it's not like it's impossible, obviously, but it's like, it's just like, it's easier to hear it in English. And I don't know, it's just because they speak it in a way that makes more sense to me.
I will say I understand the English shit better, you know, but they were a lot more lively in the Japanese voice. And I think that's just the difference of voice acting, because like in America now, we're trying to do more realistic voice acting, but in Japan, they don't care if it's like a character.
Also, for some reason, they don't get the most experienced voice acting
That's true.
of animes in these recent animes, which I think is very weird.
Because a lot of, they're giving newcomers a chance, right?
Yeah, it's good to do that for like shitty animes.
Yeah,
But like if you're doing like, maybe not the Dandadan, but I feel like Ranma, if you're having something that's a remake and you know people are gonna come to it, have veteran voice actors. Because in Elusive Samurai, you can tell who's the veteran one.
Oh, is it the priest dude?
Priest dude's good, yeah. Kojiro. Tokiyuki's okay. But anyways, I digress. Because having Nezuko as your most popular role does not say much.
Well, there's one scene that really bothered me, and Minty knows it, I rewind it several times. Like, don't you see how it's wrong, the pitch? Where like in the English, Okuran's like, oh, you've seen an alien, right? And Momo's like, no, not really. I only heard it on the net. Yada yada. I got the lines wrong, but you get it. But in the English, he goes, bleh. It sounds like he's scared of the situation. But the Japanese, he's going, bleh. Like he's sick of her and her fucking lies. It's hard to explain, but you get it, me.
I cannot stand for her calling him a cold cunt. It's okra.
Yeah, get your boyfriend's name right.
It's like the sticky vegetable okra.
You get that from a Elusive Samurai?
Okra?
Yeah.
Some Top Chef.
Oh, cool.
That's Tom Colicchio's least favorite food. Not saying that they don't say okra on other shows. That's just where I first heard it.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a good episode, you know, whatever. The Spy X Family, I couldn't stand the downgrade between the Japanese voice actors to the English, but I can stand Dandadan.
That one's pretty good. I think so.
The English voice actor for Takemichi said that he had to put his whole, what's the gender neutral term? Yeah, Okuran. What did I say?
Takemichi.
Sorry. Same thing, right? Anyways, he worked really hard in the scene where Okuran was talking about how he wanted to get abducted by aliens, but they never came. And so he felt betrayed when they finally came. They came to hurt the woman that was the only one nice to him.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, boy, you speaking from experience or something?
Yeah, that was deep.
Moving on Netflix, we go continue watching and watch Ranma 1/2.
I was super excited to see this because I was gonna rewatch Ranma 1/2. That series gets better the more you understand the characters.
Yes.
But this was so cute.
What's hard is that I only like the Ranma characters that fall into the cursed spring, so I can't stand these three sisters.
You don't like Akane?
No, I don't like it. If Akane existed in modern times now, she would be considered a lesbian queen. Like, we know you would be cancelled and problematic if you shipped her with Ranma.
Think so?
I think so.
I don't know.
I also think T-Bow's on TikTok too much now.
I don't remember the original first episode, them being this cute together.
Oh, real quick summary for people who don't know Ranma 1/2 because you was born past 2000. Ranma 1/2 is a love story between girl and boy. Akane has a dojo. She has to marry Ranma Santome to get the dojo for some reason. I don't know, backwards Japanese rules. But Ranma just has a stick where if he touches hot water, he turns into a girl.
Cold water.
Cold water.
Hot water turns him back into a boy.
Yes, like we said, it's a weird story, but it's cute.
It's weird they made it that way when he jumped into a hot spring, but the hot spring turns him normal, or not water.
So a lot of gender fuckery happening here. The creator was ahead of her time. But I would like to talk about the fight choreography, because if you read the manga, she's not the best at drawing fight scenes.
It's much more of a rom-com series.
So I don't know why they tried so hard to make these fight scenes look fucking epic.
Crazy good.
It's crazy good. Anime is so well, and the colors are so nice.
I love highly saturated animes, so this is just right up my alley.
Well, I'm sorry we gotta learn how to color from the Naruto anime and Fairy Tail 2014.
2014?
Yeah, I know, not even the first one. The first one was more saturated, the 2014 one.
That's what I'm talking about. It's super desaturated.
Yeah,
why do I have you as an artist?
I don't know.
Alright, we were looking for a new thumbnail. Whatever.
I did not like all the sound effects that they had.
No, but there was that one cool scene
when they scream.
Yes.
I hope it kind of grows on me because it's a very, very cute anime. I love Ranma only because he reminds me of Inuyasha.
I do think it's weird that the same company who did Urusei, I mean, actually, I don't know, but like they didn't do Urusei and Ranma in the same style.
Oh, not the same studio.
Okay, so then it is weird.
Yeah,
still.
It's from what I've seen of the Inuyasha artist, she doesn't really color like this with really pop colors.
No, it's very watercolory.
Very curious why they both went this direction for its anime.
No, I don't think it's a wrong decision.
It's not wrong, no. I'm just curious, you know?
Yeah, like who had this LSD brain?
So I hope they get spoilers. Akane has long hair, but the iconic Akane look is short hair. So I wonder if they're gonna update the opening for that.
I doubt they would, but it would be cool if they did. And the ending. She's kind of cute with the long hair, but like you said, like I recognize her by the short hair.
I don't even know how her hair gets cut.
I know it's Ranma's fault.
Do you like the voice actors for Ranma and Akane for the English?
I do actually. I like Ranma's one a bit more, but they're all cute.
Just can't stand the middle sister's voice. I just can't.
She is a very useless character. I don't know why they even have
She's my least favorite character. She's very manipulative of Ranma, if I remember correctly.
God, I don't even know a single thing she did. I don't think she has a love interest.
Moving on. Our Netflix account got hacked. We have to go to max.com and watch Uzumaki.
That makes it sound like we could have watched it on Netflix if it wasn't hacked.
Can I just go through my cool transitions? Or
No, I told you, you're not allowed to do openings anymore. What makes you think you're allowed to do transitions?
Now, when I ask you about the anime openings, I'm gonna be really fucking hard on you.
I'm gonna find another episode we did where you started off with It's Rabbit season.
Do it. And then I'll start another episode called It's Duck season. And then we'll recreate that scene from Looney Tunes.
There's no like back and forth we can do with that scene.
Uzumaki is very famous. More famous than Minty. So, but I'm so surprised the premise is so simple and it skeezes me the fuck out. Uzumaki literally is just town haunted by the swirling pattern, Uzumaki.
You know, I was surprised when the tub came. I already freaked out. I think it's because you know something fucked up is gonna happen.
That's the whole thing they said in the beginning of the Dandadan, right? Like Japanese horror is that you know there's a horror there, but you have to go and open it yourself. You have to look into it.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I kind of wish it was in color.
Do I wish? No, I don't, because I think like when they add the screen tone shading and stuff, it really adds to the horror.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
It feels like it's all 3D animated.
It does feel like it's 3D anime. I feel like then they should have colored it.
But I like the 3D anime. It makes it more like they can move a lot more and tremble. The scariest part of the episode definitely what happened to the mom.
Oh my god, the fingertip scene.
Yeah.
I won't describe it, but
yes,
that
no.
was gross.
She can rob a bank and they ain't gonna get no fingerprint.
I did watch it.
Oh, you didn't like rinse and cry?
I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Was it cool?
No.
Okay,
It was gross.
I shouldn't have watched it.
I didn't like the scene where, like, you know, the famous scene where the girl has half her face gone and then the eye is just wiggling and going down this. Like, I hated that scene.
No, it's
That was
done very
uncomfortable.
well. But I'm saying it's animated well.
I know, but it makes me uncomfortable.
But that's the point, right?
I know it's the point.
Okay, if I cancel this show, no, because it did its job too well.
It's like when I punch someone when I'm at a scary amusement park. What do you call those?
Oh, the haunted house.
No, you know, like when like the zombies and they're supposed to grab you,
Yeah,
you punch them, but not like a haunted house.
physical assault.
Yeah, basically.
So those are the 4 episodes we watched this season. But I do want to say, you know, with new seasons, new anime, there is new opening. So there's 5 new openings I forced Minty to watch because Minty is trying not to skip the opening every single time ever since Elusive Samurai.
Wow, I mean, it started before I Lose a Samurai. It was just the first anime I saw after I made the commitment. Okay.
That's a goat.
Wow.
So you saw the Bleach opening was all black and white except for a few color splashes, only so they could have that cool mirror color scene. And then Ichigo and Uru thought they were Naruto Sasuke. You would never be Naruto Sasuke.
Uru's is useless.
Then you have the colorful Ranma 1/2, a great way to have the entire cast of 20 people in one opening without feeling overcrowded.
It's so cute.
Then you have the Dandadan opening that we kind of saw, but is a reference to Ultraman, since Ultraman was a giant inspiration to the author.
Works too hard.
Then I show you the opening from Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse by Yuva World, the one who sang the Promised Neverland opening 1.
Oh.
And like, look, if you know what happened in the manga, you can be like, I catch all the references, but too fast for me. And then the 5th one, the Blue Lock opening, well, it was a choice that someone made. I wouldn't have made it.
So ranking them from, I'll go from worst to best.
Okay, number 5.
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock, that's awful. Like, I don't even know why they tried.
I hated that first person perspective.
That's definitely something like, this is going to be super artsy, and then you step back and look at it and went, shit, this is terrible.
I think also because I don't know soccer, so it's not very obvious what's happening.
I think what's worse is that the characters was hidden in paint splatters,
Oh,
and this
yeah.
isn't blue period, this is Blue Lock. There's no artistic motifs here. Number 4.
And he's gonna think I'm an asshole. But the Dandadan?
Oh my, you cannot put Bleach over the Dandadan. I cannot believe Did we forget what the Bleach looked like? The black and white opening where you literally said in the middle, man, I wish this was colored.
I don't like the Dandadan opening. I don't like the song. The animations are nice. It's just, you know, it's really
Oh, but
nothing.
the black and white Bleach opening.
It's simpler.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Number 3.
Then I'll say Bleach.
I cannot.
Because it's simple. It's not great.
They did the Uru Ichigo thing like 3 times.
I know, and that was terrible.
But you love it. That's
No,
your
I'm
fa-
just saying it's the third one.
Bleach opening and ending. Peak cinema. Number 2.
Well, Annie's gonna be mad because they preface it as this is one of the worst openings they've seen until they saw Blue Lock.
Yeah, well. No, this is the worst opening I've seen where they put too much work. That was the problem. They over-animated the shit out of this.
So what is that series even called?
4 Knights of the Apocalypse. You have to emphasize it's knights, not horsemen, because they don't have horses.
Yeah, this isn't Steel Ballroom.
That opening is so dumb. You haven't read the manga at all. How can you tell what's happening in any fucking scene?
I just like the action and the fast pace.
The action, you can't tell what's going on.
I'm not saying it's a great opening.
There's a scene where like the 4 knights, they're all tiny in their normal forms, and they go steroids and ba-boom, and they go into changed forms. Oh wait, one of them doesn't change forms, so he looks completely stupid next to the other 3. And they did not have to have the scene with the 7 deadly sins. The 4 Knights of the Apocalypse carries on the coattails of 7 deadly sins way too much.
What's a sequel?
Also, I understand openings need peaks and valleys, okay? I understand these scenes were animated really well, so that's where the budget went. So there gotta be some scenes where it's all chilling. The scene with Ironside and God knows what his name is was just walking too long. The scene where they show Jade pining after, I forget how to pronounce the name, but Tristan and his bit, and
Whoa.
because that scene's important because Jade dies and you have to know he's pining for this girl. But guess what? Jade doesn't matter.
Spoilers.
None of these characters matter. You know why whatever. I don't care. I hate Four Nights of the Apocalypse. Hate that opening.
I put it as number 2 of this 5 list.
You can read the rest of the episode. I'm so angry right now. You're listening.
Oh, I'm on half. We already said wow, super good opening, super cute, love the colors. They're so rounded, like you want to squeeze them.
I'm very gay for female Ranma.
The
She's so cute when she's smiling. I'm Ranma Satomi.
I do think she's cute. I do kind of feel like in a weird way they treat her like a side character.
They
Is
don't
that
really,
weird to say?
No, because in the later seasons, at least from the anime, they don't really do the whole gender changing anymore.
You're not super cute.
Yeah, the most someone who gender changes when we need shampoo out of the picture or we need that pig in the picture.
I want to meet Roma so badly.
I gotta get in there.
Anyways, so that's our weekly roundup. Next week we'll talk about these anime again. I want to add Dragon Ball Daima into the list, so we'll see when that happens because I've been getting different sources of when that starts.
Until then, I'm going to beat Minty.
Aww.